Okay, so welcome. You guys know that I'm Cassie Villela. I'm a realtor, property manager, and investor here in San Antonio, Texas. And before we start the meetup or for the start of the meetup, I usually do a little rundown of the latest data from the San Antonio market. So here we are. I put the COVID trends here. I mean, you can see where we've definitely had a spike. Everybody's pretty aware of that. But it does seem to be leveling off, so that's good. Let's hope that that continues. Evictions, we went over this last time. In Bexar County, we've resumed evictions. They have a backlog, but they are going. The CARES Act, though, is still going to prohibit anything that you've got an FHA loan. You're not going to be able to do evictions through July 24th. So that is coming up pretty quickly here, though. I haven't heard of that being extended. Definitely, if anybody else has, let me know. But for now, we're operating as though that's going to be open again as of July 24th. And then this is the link that I put every week that has rent and rent help and food and domestic violence and all kinds of other resources for tenants that may be struggling or just anybody who may be struggling. So it's a really great link to send out. Okay, so this is the showings per week. This is remember that I always leave it to $100,000 to $200,000 homes because that's sort of what we as investors are looking for. You can see here the showings are going good. I think it's very interesting that in the first week of April, when we had the first lockdown and the first scare, we saw a huge dip, but now we've got even worse of a scare, but people are still doing showings. Like I guess people are kind of corona'd out and are going out and doing the showings and moving if they want to move. So we've got lots of buyers still looking, and also the interest rates help that a lot. So plenty of buyers and also plenty of renters. So these are rental showings per week. And you can see not quite as high as last year, but pretty much. And it's definitely on track. There's nothing, nothing indicating to me that we're going to have any trouble renting out any homes soon or selling. This chart is a little bit confusing, I think, because it looks like there's been this huge dip. What really happens is everybody before the July 4th holiday, that week before, was trying to hurry up and get the sales in before the end of June, before the holiday. And then, so there's kind of a natural dip. You can see at the first of every month how that happens. There's kind of a spike, like you could see back in April, May, same thing. So I'm not too worried about that. If anything, that's kind of showing me that there isn't enough inventory and people want to buy the houses, but there aren't as many houses to buy. But it's not enough of a trend that I'm worried about it yet. And then, of course, the weekly median price, it's actually gone up in the last couple of weeks, which I find really interesting. What I'm seeing, and kind of slowly over June, you can see it kind of ticked up a little bit. What I'm seeing is that there's not enough inventory. There aren't enough homes to be purchased. And so buyers are actually paying a little bit more. And then that's coupled with the fact that interest rates are so extremely low. And a lot of buyers, they don't really look at the price of the home. They look at the monthly payment and how much they can afford. And so they're looking at that saying, well, we can buy a more expensive home now because the interest rate's lower and my monthly payment is still low. So that is kind of making values tick up. I don't know how permanent that's going to be, but for right now, definitely a seller's market, definitely a good time to sell. And this is the new data from June over residential rentals. So this is homes or condos or things rented on the MLS. This does not include things like apartments. That's a whole different system. So this is just homes, duplexes, condos, townhomes, things like that. But you can see we're going up. There's certainly no dip. COVID is not affecting that at all. And then the same with rent price. Actually, the price has gone up. I was actually surprised at how high the average rent price last month was. It seems really high, but I guess that's just an indicator that that people are moving and the competition is still there. So prices, landlords are lifting prices, but I've definitely seen just in the last couple of months prices ticking up quite a bit. And then this is the same that we've been looking at, days on market. This is days on market for rental. Again, we're so low. Remember that this is an average. So, you know, you've got some going in a week or two, and then you've got some that sit on the market a long time and kind of mess up the average. But what I'm seeing is that you've got to, like when I have a tenant client, somebody who's looking to rent, I'm having to get out there and like, do you like this one? Okay, we're applying from the phone right here because it's that hot right now. So definitely, you know, no worries about the San Antonio market as far as rentals or COVID. It doesn't seem to be affecting at all.